Hafide and welcome to Weekend Edition. I'm Isa Baza, so glad you could join us. It's a mandate of the people supported by over 19,000 votes, but nearly 3 years later and the island's medicinal marijuana program has yet to become a reality. Here's the latest on the program's implementation. Patients can now get certified, but companies still can't get a business license. That leaves the island's medicinal marijuana program in limbo, at least for now.
So essentially we have a legal demand on Guam, but we have an illegal supply. And until we right that ship, we're going to continue to empower and enable the black market.
Grassroots Guam managing partner Andrea Pelicani encourages more patients to get registered, with Public Health Director James Gillen saying only 7 patients have done so as of July 6th. So what's the holdup? According to Gillen, changes to the underlying law meant the process had to start over. Another obstacle is the lack of a required laboratory. He reached out to Speaker BJ Cruz last month to see if any local funds could be used to fund the lab, but has yet to hear back.
The one thing that is prohibiting a lab from standing up right now is that there are no standards. So nobody's going to plan a business to open a lab unless there are lab standards available.
In the meantime, Grassroots Guam has written to the Office of Public Accountability, asking to streamline processes for businesses. The group has also brought in a consultant to help provide information, including about sampling protocols. She said while she believes many people support medicinal marijuana behind closed doors, more vocal support is needed.
For most people, I think in at least the 19,692 people that did vote for it, I think a lot of us do have a personal story to tell. My father died from cancer, and had I known anything about Phoenix Tears or anything besides having to have trusted my doctor to give him some of the medications that maybe he shouldn't have been taking that could have given him a better quality of life, I wish I knew it at the time.
Pelicani said one of her short-term goals is to see a patient advocate on the Medicinal Marijuana Commission. She also hopes senators will look into amending employment and school drug policies to make them more conducive for patients. She encourages residents to sign the group's ongoing petition and learn more about the cause at change.org. While 2 are charged with the attempted murder of Justin Meno, 4 officers were disciplined, including Lieutenant Mary Helen Lazama. Lazama had received a letter of reprimand from DepCorps management for not securing the crime scene. Though she appealed the letter of reprimand with the Civil Service Commission, she later submitted a written request to withdraw her grievance. The CSC dismissed the case with prejudice and assigned judgment late last week. The burglary was reported at the home of the Dolphins Tuesday, according to Department of Education Deputy Superintendent Chris Anderson. A school contractor found the Southern High School office broken into at around 9 a.m. While nothing was reported stolen, cabinets and drawers were rummaged through and their contents scattered. The incident was reported to the Guam Police Department. A new airline plans to fly the Guam to Saipan route. Extra Airways, headquartered in Coral Gables, Florida, announced it will fly Guam Sinamai China flights. According to its website, the charter service airline was acquired in 2014 by AirSail, an international aircraft repair and maintenance facility operator. Airport Deputy Executive Manager Peter Roy Martinez.
In their application to the U.S. Department of Transportation, they indicated their intention to operate sometimes in 2017 with a 737-800 and 162 seats and 8 business class seats.
The airport also announced it will hold a groundbreaking ceremony on July 19th for a nearly $100 million terminal renovation project. Black Construction was awarded the contract in December to build a 3rd-floor arrivals corridor that will separate inbound and outbound passengers as mandated by the TSA. Roughly 130 travel professionals attended the annual Hafide Study Mega Familiarization Tour that ended Monday. The tour started in 1993 and aims to familiarize travel agents, airline representatives, and travel trade media with Guam's unique offerings and tourist attractions. Guam Visitors Bureau General Manager Nate Knight said the main goal is to provide updates on Guam's facilities, tours, and culture and engage with participants from the 4 core visitor markets including Japan, Korea, China, and the Philippines. Could one of the great mysteries of modern times finally be solved? American aviator Amelia Earhart disappeared during a trans-Pacific flight 80 years ago this month. But it's long been speculated that she was imprisoned by Japanese soldiers in Saipan, where she later died. A television special scheduled to air Monday reveals a newly uncovered photo that could prove it. NBC's Tom Costello reports.
We have a Caucasian woman with her back to the camera, sitting there looking over towards the ship.
You think this is Amelia Earhart?
That's right.
Photographic analysts tell history the photo appears legitimate and undoctored. Former FBI Executive Assistant Director Sean Henry, an NBC News analyst, worked on the project.
When you pull it out and when you see the analysis that's been done, I think it leaves no doubt to the viewers that that's Amelia Earhart and Fred Noonan.
In 1937, the Japanese had banned nearly all Westerners from the islands. But in the photo, it appears there are 2 Caucasians on the dock. A man standing on the left and what appears to be a woman with short hair wearing pants like Earhart sitting on the edge. Henry took the photo to facial recognition expert Kent Gibson, who first overlaid the photo of the man with file photos of Fred Noonan.
The hairline is the most distinctive characteristic. It's a very sharp receding hairline. The nose is very prominent.
The teeth, hairline, and nose all appear to match up.
It's my feeling that this is very convincing evidence. This is probably Noonan.
Then the person sitting with their back to the camera, with hair that appears too long for a man and too short for a native woman. Gibson compared body measurements with previous photos of Earhart. Again, striking similarities.
I usually go from not likely to very likely to extremely likely. And I'd say this is very likely.
And there's more evidence. In the distance, the Japanese ship Koshu, which is towing a barge with something measuring 38 feet long, the same length as Earhart's plane. For decades, locals have said they saw Earhart's plane crash and the Japanese ship Koshu took her and Noonan away. The story even documented in stamps issued in the 1980s. Now, photographic evidence that the story may be true.
We believe that the Koshu took her to Saipan and that she died there under the custody of the Japanese. We don't know how she died. We don't know when she died.
The history team may have even found pieces of Earhart's plane and the prison in Saipan.
This may actually have been her cell.
This morning, this newly uncovered photo is opening a whole new set of questions about what happened to Earhart and Noonan. And what, if anything, did the U.S. government know?
The 2-hour special airs Monday night Guam time on the History Channel. While the Archdiocese continues to struggle with clergy sex abuse, there's another issue plaguing the local community. That's Guam's growing number of divorces. According to a 2013 study by the magazine The Economist, Guam has one of the highest proportions of divorces per 1,000 people in the world. Coadjutor Archbishop Michael Burns hopes this is one of the issues that may be addressed in the year of reparation. High divorce rates, he says, show broken families.
My hope is that we don't go through this year unconverted. There's a, you can say it's difficult in contemporary times that we live in, the ease of divorce and all these, and some of the social supports of marriage seem to be disappearing in some sense. But ultimately, it has to do, again, it has to do with the human heart.
He admits the Archdiocese is ill-equipped to address social ills, but hopes to one day have a more coordinated effort to support and strengthen marriage throughout the island. Stay tuned. Next on Weekend Edition, we'll rehash some of the big stories of the past week, and still to come, the Guam Crime Stoppers report.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
When we face an uncertain path, when we struggle with life's challenges, and when the unexpected happens, it's a beautiful day. We rely on the people we trust, it's a beautiful, who we can always count on. Beautiful day. And to the ones who give us the most care throughout the years. Rely on Calvo's Select Care to give you the comfort and security you need wherever you are. Calvo's Select Care, health care that's always there for you.
Celebrate more data on the ITV Family Share Plan. Get the amazing Samsung Galaxy S8 and an S7 for just $198 when you bundle your mobile plans on a share plan.
If you get nervous about having dental treatment, you're not alone. An estimated 35 million adults experience anxiety or nervousness at the simple thought of visiting the dentist. As your dentist, I strive to make your visit as painless or pain-free as possible. And I frequently tell my patients that in the 21st century, if we can give you medicines to put your tooth asleep or medicines to take an infection or toothache away, we can surely give you something to help relax you and take all fear away. No one ought to sit in a dental chair thinking of bad childhood memories or fearing injections. If you're a dental coward, but you really do want your teeth fixed, don't wait until the pain is killing you. Come in, tell us your fears, and set up an appointment. We have convinced many that dental treatment doesn't need to be scary anymore. For your helpful dental minute, I'm Dr. Kenny Bourgeois of Paradise Smiles. You shall never know all the good a simple smile can do.
Oh! Ruby Tuesday puts the O in dinner combos with Garden Bar Plus entrees for only $20.99. Choose salmon moco, petite sirloin, or pesto chicken pasta. Only at Ruby Tuesday. Oh!
Hafa and welcome to Rehash, where we recap the big stories of the week. And as you can see, I didn't get the memo today. Everyone's wearing blue. But to start off, Crystal, we've been following the story for a long time with the church. What's the latest updates?
So, the first allegation of child sex abuse, or clergy sex abuse rather, came out about a year ago, a little over a year ago, and that was against Archbishop Anthony Apron. And so what we found out this past week was the Archdiocese actually had a press conference, and they basically said, hey, we did get notification from the tribunal that the investigating group, that the group that was investigating Apron, are finished collecting their evidence. They're collecting their testimony. Now they're deliberating. So Apron's fate now rests with these 3 unnamed judges, and their decision could be out any day now. And basically what Guam's current leader, who is Coadjutor Archbishop Michael Burns, said was he predicts disaster should Apron be cleared. So there are three options at this point for the 3 judges to make for Apron, and that's guilty, or not proven. And so should the allegations not be proven and Apron were to return back, basically the Coadjutor Archbishop Michael Burns saying it's going to be disaster. And that also he'd like to stay on Guam. He's fallen in love with Guam, and he's excited to be a part of the rebuild. But speaking of the church, we also have the Year of Reparation also starting this week. Reparation, we mostly think of war reparation, but this is reparation for victims of clergy sex abuse as well as those who have been hurt in any other way. Val?
Wow. Well, interesting day in court yesterday. We had Vincent John Kitagwa. It was very interesting because he was a school teacher, but he was also selling drugs out of his home, one of two of his homes. So they showed us pictures yesterday that had not been privy to the public before. The first set of pictures was looked like a regular house on the outside. The other across the street was his regular home that he shared with his wife. Inside that other home, though, from the inside was an elaborate setup of a marijuana grow house. He had wiring, he had lighting, he had a special irrigation system, he had a special air system that basically allowed for these plants to grow in his home. So he's been sentenced to 5 years in federal prison, where he will remain there until after that he will have a supervised release, and then hopefully he'll be rehabilitated. I guess he started going to a rehabilitation center here on Island, the Lighthouse, about 2 months ago. And so, the judge was hopeful in hopes that he'll continue on that path. And,
Again, a math teacher.
Yes, a math teacher.
And he's helping tutor, I remember you saying.
Yes, he's actually helping to tutor folks that are also attending at the Lighthouse. So, good on him for that.
Okay, well, also touching on DOE, I had a story. This time, though, not about an arrest with drugs, but about non-appropriated funds going missing. So that's still under investigation by DOE and the Guam Police Department. Turns out there may be some criminal misconduct there, so it was reported to GPD. And according to Senator Joe San Augustine, he's calling for an oversight roundtable, and he says it could be as much as $8,000 in missing money. So non-appropriated funds, that's the funding that people fundraise, students, teachers, for off-island trips, activities. So we'll see what comes of that investigation. On a lighter note, I know we have some social media updates.
A little bit lighter. Okay, so last week was GVB's 5th annual Guam Barbecue Block Party. It was a lot of fun, but just in case you missed it, we do have a 360 video up for this week's Guam All Around. And also, we're looking forward to Liberation Day. So KUAM has made a special Liberation Day Facebook frame. So you can go ahead and check us out on Facebook. Pinned to the top of our page are instructions on how to set up that frame with any of your pictures.
And of course, if you have any news tips, just message us on Facebook, Instagram, or email us at reporters@kuam.com.
Hyundai's summer clearance event is happening now. Guam's best dealership, Cars Plus and Mighty. With financing as low as 1.99%. There's no better time to drive a new Hyundai Accent, ranked highest in initial quality, starting at just $11,995. Or the new Hyundai Elantra starting at $16,995. SUV lovers, check out the new Hyundai Tucson starting at $19,995. Plus, every new Hyundai gets Guam's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. It's our Hyundai summer clearance event going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
The Down Syndrome Association of Guam exists to support families of individuals with Down syndrome. We're a group of parents who have children with Down syndrome and know the joys and challenges of raising them. For more information about the health, development, and education of a child or adult with Down syndrome, please contact Vicky Areola at 472-6114.
Why is tourism Guam's #1 industry? Tourism benefits our economy. Visitors come to our shores to experience our island. More tourist spending means more dollars flowing into our economy. Tourism creates jobs. From bell service to front desk to tour agents, more jobs mean more opportunities. Tourism builds businesses. From hotels to shops to restaurants. More businesses mean more dreams come true. Tourism preserves our culture. In the visitor industry, culture takes center stage. Celebrating our culture means keeping our traditions alive. Tourism keeps our land and waters clean. It all adds up. Tourism improves our quality of life. It helps make Guam a better place to live, work, and visit. Tourism works for Guam.
Hey, I thought you were choosing the flute.
Everyone was doing flute.
Buick now has an SUV for that.
Where's your brother?
Hey, Mom, it's a tuba.
Get 0% financing for 72 months plus $1,250 purchase allowance on all Envision Preferred and Enclave leather models when you finance through GM Financial. Hurry, offer ends July 10th.
Welcome back, everybody. Now, Officer Paul Tapau is here in studio right now, and we've talked to him many, many times over the years about how you as a citizen can report if something wrong is happening to good people. But Paul, I'm wondering, who should we as citizens report something to, like if we see cruelty to animals, you know, missing pets, things not of our species?
Well,
can we still call you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. You can call the precinct because, you know, the Guam Code Annotated does have a section that specifically deals with the third party of a family member, such as the pets and so forth. So please call the precinct if you have anything where you can capture evidence. Take a picture of it so we can solidify the case. You know, we've taken cases before. The case with the footage that went viral about the individual who assaulted, literally assaulted the homeowner's dog.
They were body slamming the dog.
Yeah. You know, he was arrested.
Shocking footage.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he went through the system and he was found guilty of, I think, so many counts of cruelty to animal. So, you know, it really is, we do have to protect our other family members.
So this is something that GPD, that is within your jurisdiction and your purview to handle, or do you work with like other organizations or other agencies? Because I know there's animal control, but I'm not sure if they're involved.
Yeah, the #1 agency here in Guam is GAIN. GAIN will pretty much give us information about any suspicion of cruelty to the animal, whether it be you know, the canine or the feline species, and of course our local vets. If our local vets see that the animal that was brought in was subject to abuse or subject to you know, just miscare, they can go ahead and provide that information, and you know, a report can be generated. So it really is the community coming forward and giving us this information. We've had many calls too with the Crime Stoppers report. You know, unfortunately, when the patrols officers go out there, the animal has been relocated and stuff, and you know, they can report back that you know, their shelter is freedom, and of course it's being fed. But if you do see an act where an animal is being abused, please feel free to call us.
Okay, now that's about abuse. How about, because you know, we get a lot of reports here to our radio stations, people call and they say, my cat went missing, or I can't find my dog. I think my dog may have wandered off. You know, like it's breeding season, and you know, like there may be a neighborhood dog in heat, so you know, dogs tend to congregate. Can they call the police, their police precinct, if an animal is missing as well?
Not necessarily in that case. You know, our interest is to protect the safety and the well-being of the animal. I mean, the law specifically says, you know, the abuse of the animal, and of course it puts the law and the statutes and the fines in which the full system, the judicial system, will impose. But anything of strays that are you know, considered wandered off and everything, GPD will not entertain that.
Okay, and of course there is Facebook, and there's no better way to get the word out than, you know, make your own poster, and you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Time and time again, it's been proven. You say, hey, I can't find my dog for the last day. You put it on Facebook. 20 minutes later, someone's like, hey, I've seen your dog.
Yeah, we've seen that in common places such as restaurants and stores where, you know, people they leave their number and stuff, and you know, people do actually return the animals. I mean, I was at an establishment where 2 lost kittens were found, not lost, but found, and asking anybody if they own the kitten. So it's just the you know, the generosity and of course the caring of the individuals that take the animals in and give them their you know, their needed care, and then they reach out to the community because they know that they're a part of their somebody's family, so they want to bring that family home.
All right, very well. Well, as I understand it, this week's Crime of the Week is about a very well-known dog.
Yeah, unfortunately, this Crime of the Week is a cruelty to animal, and you know, Toya was a fellow law enforcement officer, so you know, this happened in the latter part of June in the village of Umatic.
All right, let's go find out about the details about Toya's story.
On Monday, June 26, officers assigned to the Southern Precinct Command entertained a cruelty to an animal complaint in the village of Umatec. Now, according to the police report, on Saturday, June 24th, the reporting person, while walking on the beachfront by the Umatec Cemetery, noticed a group of stray dogs barking towards the jungle line surrounding the beach area. As the reporting person made a check, it was discovered that a black Labrador retriever was injured, with the injuries described as a deep laceration that extended from the dog's spine to the front torso. Seeing the severity of the injuries, Guam Animals in Need were immediately contacted, in which GAIN staff provided assistance. Shortly thereafter, it was noted that due to the severity of the injury, the injured dog had to be euthanized. During the course of the investigation, officers discovered that the injured dog was identified as a retired customs working dog named Toya. Toya had served proudly for 6 years in protecting the island of Guam from 2006 to 2015. Toya was last seen running freely at a home on Ginahit Street in Umatec on Friday, June 23rd. Now, the Guam Crime Stoppers is asking the help from the community to help bring closure to this case. If you have any information about this crime or any other crime, please call Guam Crime Stoppers at 477-HELP. That's 477-4357. You can also send a text to 486-HELP. That's 486-4357. You can also submit information of a crime through our webpage at guam.crimestoppersweb.com or call the Guam Police Department at 475-8615 6 or 7. Guam Crime Stoppers wants to remind the public that we do not use caller ID and you do not have to leave your name. You can receive a cash reward of up to $1,000 if the information provided leads to the arrest and conviction for the person or persons responsible for this crime or any other crime.
All right, obviously it's a very, very sad case, and hopefully we'll be able to find some more information with the community's help to find out exactly what happened. And that's a retired officer, a government employee.
I mean, when I wrote the story and I was sitting and I was like, I had to take the moment to reflect, and I called Customs and Quarantine, and the service that Toya provided for the safety of the island, well over 6 years. I believe she served from 2009 to 2015, and that's dedicated, that's decorated service to the community, and it's only fitting that we bring justice because, the way she was treated, it really is, it broke my heart to hear that that's a fellow officer, that's a fellow law enforcement officer that had to go that way.
And Crystal Paco, of course, did the story for that. Everybody she talked to in Customs spoke glowingly and fondly about Toya, and they said, even though she was not a human being, we considered Toya a fellow officer. She was right alongside with us and everything. She was as dedicated as we are.
Yeah, absolutely. GPD has working dogs, and our handlers probably feel the same way about the relationship, the bond, and everything that is built with that working relationship.
That's your partner.
Absolutely. You protect each other. They got your six. So, let's get Toya 6 and, let's bring justice to her.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Stay tuned. We're back after this.
It's Nissan's Day Fit sales event.
Fitness is important. You Nissan service pros are like trainers for my car's fitness.
Now check out this heart racing deal. Frontier King cab starts at just $117 per pay period. No kidding, the Frontier King cab starting at just $117 per pay period. And your new car fit kit includes free service, free car washes, and your own personal fitness watch.
Keeping it fit and clean with free car washes leaves me more time to focus on keeping myself fit.
The Stay Fit sales event. Find out more at Nissan Upper Tumon or online at NissanGuam.com.
Hyundai's summer clearance event is happening now. Guam's best dealership, Cars Plus and Mighty. With financing as low as 1.99%. There's no better time to drive a new Hyundai Accent, ranked highest in initial quality, starting at just $11,995. Or the new Hyundai Elantra starting at $16,995. SUV lovers, check out the new Hyundai Tucson starting at $19,995. Plus, every new Hyundai gets Guam's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. It's our Hyundai summer clearance event going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
I promise I won't forget what I'm doing this all for. That I won't lose sight of your dreams and the dreams I have for you. I promise to be there for you no matter the distance. I promise to hold your hand promise to not forget you when other things get in the way. I promise to work hard for you, to take you to places you've never been. I promise to listen to you, and I promise to be there when you call.
Check out Triple J's spectacular July deals going on now during the Hot Summer Savings Event. With only 1.9% financing on all new vehicles, now is the time to buy. Plus, receive a free limited edition Liberation gift pack and $500 Kmart gift certificate with every purchase. Unbelievable deals on all remaining 2016s and all new 2017 models. That's right, 1.9% financing on all Hondas, Acuras, Fords, Lincolns, Volvos, Mazdas, and Kias. Get pre-approved instantly at www.triplejguam.com. Triple J says yes. Trade-ins welcome. Some conditions apply. See dealers for details. Triple J. Customers first.
Happy Liberation Day, Guam, from AutoSpot Buick GMC.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Happy birthday, Chelsea Monique. Happy 17th birthday. La 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 means I love you from the family. Happy birthday, Annie Rodriguez, our apple from the family. Happy birthday, Malia Flores. Happy first birthday to our princess. We love you and hope you enjoy your special day, coming from Mom, Dad, Kainoa, and the family. Happy birthday, Carmen Tayeno Teregedzu. Happy birthday, Mom. Enjoy your day, and may God bless you with many more wonderful years to come. Love, your Grands. Happy birthday, Vicente Santos Sr. Happy young 61st birthday to our dad and grandpa. And Boss Man, love your kids and grandkids. And a big happy birthday to Samantha Santos from the family. Happy birthday, Vincent Santiago from the family. Happy birthday, Vanessa Boleto Guerrero. We love you from your family. And happy birthday, Randy Cruz from your friends and family. Remember, you can be part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Please make sure to include with your photo your name and birth date. That's all the time we have from all of us here at Guam's News Network. Thanks for watching and have a safe weekend.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion.